8 Bible verses about addiction. Addiction's core. At its core, addiction is slavery to sin and rebellion against God. Addiction represents the human fleshly way of seeking relief apart from God, who in reality is the only source of help and hope. 2 Peter 2 verse 19. For you are a slave to whatever controls you. John 8 verse 34. Jesus replied, I tell you the truth, everyone who sins is a slave of sin. Romans 6 verse 16. Don't you realize that you become the slave to whatever you choose to obey? You can be a slave to sin, which leads to death, or you can choose to obey God, which leads to righteous living. Romans 6 verse 20 to 21. For when you were slaves of sin, you were free in regard to righteousness. But what fruit were you getting at that time from the things of which you were not ashamed? For the end of these things is death. Philippians 3 verse 18 to 19. For I have told you often before, and I say it again with tears in my eyes, that there are many whose conduct shows they are really enemies of the cross of Christ. They are headed for destruction. Their God is their appetite. They brag about shameful things, and they think only about this life here on earth. Isaiah 5 verse 11. Woe to those who rise early in the morning, that they may run after strong drink, who tarry late into the evening as wine inflames them. Galatians 5:19 to 21. When you follow the desires of your sinful nature, the results are very clear. Sexual immorality, impurity, lustful pleasures, idolatry, sorcery, hostility, quarreling, jealousy, outburst of anger, selfish ambition, dissension, division, envy, drunkenness, white parties, and other sins like these. Let me tell you again, as I have before, that anyone living that sort of life will not inherit the kingdom of God. 1 Peter 2 verse 11. Dear friends, I urge you as foreigners and exiles to abstain from sinful desires which wage war against your soul.
If you feel blessed and happy, please buy me a coffee as a way of your personal support using the link in the description area of this video. Thanks, and God bless you.